Okay, so the best ally that American people have had in my lifetime, born 1964, is the current governor of Florida. Okay, Ron DeSantis is so good because he knows how to use power and is willing to get good things done for people. And those things are pushing back against the intractable, or as people perceived it, oh, how can you change what the legislatures have put in? How can we undo what judges want to do? How can we change corporate America? And DeSantis has roiled back against all three. This is a great ally. More governors should be as strident as he, hopefully in the right direction. But start in any direction where you don't just give up your hands and say, oh, I guess we have to do this. Every 40 years, I think America deserves an elevated, forceful U.S. president. And yes, I think in 2024, it should be Governor, hope to be President, Ron DeSantis. There's a decent legacy. Let's do 40 times 3 and bring you back to Teddy Roosevelt. Bully pulpit was the term that was used for his commandeering of corporations and boards of states that were not in good compliance. He had media following him because of his general well-likeness, his good principles that at the time were needed to reform kind of sloggy, corrupt governments and overly taking advantage of people, corporations. 40 years later, another Roosevelt, good in his way and not much of a bully. He was relatively soft-spoken, but he knew how to wield power, and he tended to do so for people in need. His legacy is not as good because people with more power took advantage after he died. But the Roosevelt and Roosevelt of 120 and 80 years ago, not a bad legacy. Go back 40 years, tremendous legacy, and that would be Sir Ron. Beating back the sclerotic 70s, the feeling, and many of us lived through this for 15 years, that the United States couldn't do anything right, that we were just going to get overrun by the Soviet Union, that our inability to get things done, our lack of principle, we're not going to get anywhere. And one man, literally, REagan, armed with sentiment that he helped arouse, really changed things. For the next 20 years, this nation flourished. And we've had a bad 20 years since. But look what's coming. Ron 2, I hope. Please recognize how good a bully, not with physical, but with words and with use of legal power on behalf of people who need it, can be. And with it, please examine your governors and your candidates to replace your governors who might be DeSantis in the right making, okay? They don't have to be called Ron, but a Ron 3, 4, 5 in other states would really help our republic.